Good morning, pure structure traders. Today is March 31st, 2021. Today we'll be going over S&P 500 and also gold. I'll give you guys some major levels that I'm looking at on S&P. Wendy will go over the minor levels, and then I'll go over some of the levels on gold as well. So let's go ahead and hop into it. For S&P 500, we really haven't moved too much from our range area yesterday during the US session. But some of the main levels I have, one resistance sitting up at 57.25. Do have another one at 52.25, but right now we're touching 57.25 as a main level that I do have. Above that, I do want to see if the market can get to 39.70. If we fail to get through 57.25, I am looking for the market to try to pull back down into our support at 39.50. There is going to be some little levels between that, but Wendy will go over that. Underneath 39.50, I have 33.25 as support. And then below that, some more major levels at 39.07 and 39.0125. Those are my major levels that I'm looking for supports and resistances.
Okay. Good morning, Dave and traders. We woke up to pure ugly from the last London session. That 20-point range was so darn choppy. If you didn't know price action or structure, man, you're going to get eaten up alive. So the levels, correct. Dave's correct. They have not even moved. We have our main support where Dave said our main resistance. So trying to find peaks for this thing to come down and bounce off to was a little bit challenging, but we found them. And Dave, I'm wondering if you could use your cursor, your crosshair tool. I'm going to go over the prices real slow so we can find them because it's a little bit of a choppy mess, and I want to make sure the traders can see these. So we've got two micro supports that have been used yesterday and also during London. Those micro supports are 38.75.
Okay.
Right there. And then the second one is at 39.43. Both those have been used. And so that tells us we're going to push up. Dave's correct. That peak at 58 is our resistance area to plow through. But if it comes back down, we've got two peaks to look for a bounce. Our first one is 39.47. It used it once at London, but not convincingly enough for me. So I wouldn't be surprised if it came back down and used it again. That's my first peak I'm going to keep marked. My second one is at 39.50. Used it barely, but went above it. I wouldn't be surprised if it came down and used it again. Our third peak we haven't reached is Dave's resistance at the 58 area, but that thing has to just plow up with purpose and come back down and use it as support. But we're a ways away from that. Now, if we break our main support at 33.34, I've got two lines that have been marked since yesterday, waiting for the bounce up. It's below our main support. And that one, first one is 39.27. Way down there, you got it. And then the second one below that is 39.21. Both those peaks have not been used as a bounce up yet. At some point they will be. It might be today, it might be next week, who knows, but they're marked and they're going to stay marked. So those are my levels. We'll see. We might even be in a range today, who knows. But those are the levels that we have for main and micro, and we're going to use them and we're going to make some money today. So Dave, what's going on with gold?
Nice. Good job, Woody. So
Thanks,
let's
hon.
go ahead and, yeah, you're welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look. So for gold, we're still in a sideways range too, kind of similar to S&P 500. Got some resistance sitting at 1686.7. Another one at 1690.5. I did have to switch over the contract because I think when I did the market analysis video, I was on the other contract that was about to expire. Never good with those. I probably got to automate them. But yeah, we got that resistance sitting right there, 1686.7, 1690.5. We do want to see the market come into that level, hold and reject, and then fall back underneath to come to our level of support. Now there could be a smaller support sitting right in here, right around these 1684s that the market could use and then bounce back to the upside. However, you'll have to let that actually play out. So you can see when the market holds this level right here, here, and here. For gold, that's what we kind of want to look for if we're going to look for the support, this minor level right here. If not, look out for the more major area right up over here, right around 1677 to 76 as a level of support. We can probably do this and move this up just a little bit. So somewhere right around this area here. Well, it's about 1678.1 as the area of support. From here, if the market does bounce, you can look for a fade opportunity back up. But right now, trend is strongly bearish. So if you want to trend trade, let the market pull into these resistances. First, fail the resistances and then look for the trade back to the downside from there. But that is it for gold for me. Hopefully we see some movement here on gold. We did have a lot of movement to the downside yesterday, so we'll see what happens. All right, team. With that said, let's go ahead and hop into it.